Hello, everybody.
Hello, Claude.
Guys, want to talk about credit cards tonight?
Sounds good.
What
do you got in mind?
Yeah, I got all these cards. Hello, everybody. Oh, got it. Oops. Got to turn. Guys, want to talk about credit? There we go. Now we're good. And let me turn off that background of mine. We don't need that. I'm back in Colorado. Yay.
Yay. Is it warm over there? What's the temperature?
Absolutely gorgeous. It is right now 73 degrees. The leaves are changing colors and everything. Actually, this mountain behind me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is a picture behind me through Zoom, but that's my mountain outside.
Your gorgeous view.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Absolutely. Let me change my background. I'll show you my messy office instead.
Okay.
I was going to talk.
Oh.
I have a lot of credit cards. Here's some here. I have a lot of credit cards, and I want to talk about using them smart to create wealth, to use them for real estate and everything else. I don't think it's a topic a lot of people speak about.
Okay.
I was going to share some of my little tips on getting good value. But before we do that, let's have a beer.
Yes.
How's that sound? Anybody like Bud Light Lime?
Never tried it.
It's very nice. It's a light beer with a subtle lime flavor, and I hope there.
Wow.
And if you like beer, this is a nice beer. A really nice summer beer. Very good.
You got to work on your pour there, Claude. So, you know,
it's one of. I should work. You're right. Everyone has a gift. And nothing goes better with a cold beer than maybe some brie cheese. I love brie.
Oh yeah, so good.
Where Jessica, where are you right now? I didn't hear you before.
In San Diego, close to Lake Murray at the moment.
All right, I know Lake Murray. That's a great place to go running.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's really hot here though.
Oh, yeah.
I was in Vegas a few days ago, and it is boiling hot there.
Yeah. Oof.
Boiling, like 110 in Henderson.
Vegas is not one of those places I'd want. Would you like to live in Vegas, dear?
No.
Hey, we could go to
autumn and winter. Good.
No.
But summer, it's too warm.
Happy New Year, Jessica.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova. Very good.
Thank
Very
you
good.
so much. And to
welcome.
you.
I want to share with you guys a little thing about credit cards.
Yeah.
I'm a former abuser of credit cards. I used them for things I shouldn't have. I got stuck. What's the great American trap with all these things?
Right.
What's the great trap? We all get caught up.
Bad debt.
Bad debt. 18 to 20. I think it's as high as 24% or higher on some cards.
Yeah.
You ever wonder why they can have all the fraud and everything with all these cards, all the stealing and everything, and still give people all that credit? Why? How can they do that? Do you ever ask yourself that?
Because they're making so much money out of us.
So much money. My favorite card is my Southwest City Visa card. I use this for large purchase. This card is great. When I have to buy a computer, when I got to rent a car, when I have to go on a plane trip, I use this. And I rack up so many miles. I get tons of free trips with Southwest, and I do a lot of flying, and a lot of my trips are free, just because I use this as my main card for any purchase over $100. I use this card.
Okay.
So if you fly a lot, it's a great. Citibank is a great card. The safest card. Do you ever buy something online and they want to charge you every month, month after month, and you get sucked into that trap too, right?
Yeah.
Subscription thing. Here's a tip how to get away from it. If you ever get something, you just want to try it for a month, or they give you a free month, but you have to give them a credit card, right?
Yeah.
And you know what happens. You forget about it. Every month they're running your card and everything. Citibank has something which is really cool. It's the only card I think has it. You can get an alias credit card number, a number over your regular credit card. And it has a 30-day expiration. So it's the same card, it's the same bill, but they give you new numbers to use temporarily on a company you don't know or don't trust, or a subscription that you're not too sure. You don't want them to keep running it on your card. So if it's something for free, those free 30-day trials, you give them the alias card number, and then they can't run it because it expires in 3-4 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Is this shocking to you guys, Ben or Brian or anybody there?
No.
Okay.
My Capital One has that.
Yeah. My all-time favorite card is my PayPal card. I love PayPal.
Yeah.
PayPal is just great for me. I do all my notes, let me see, maybe I can share a screen with you guys here. Let me see if I have something here to share with you. I love PayPal. Let's see. PayPal gives me a debit card. I use it as a merchant account, and I do all my billing, invoicing right through there. Look at all that. This is all the money from September and August, 20,000, 100, 500, 1,083, 1,000. This is all my billing right through PayPal. And all that money that I do from my notes from real estate it's all billed automatically, invoiced through PayPal. And then it goes to this little debit card, okay, with the little chip in it. Guess what? I never have to use credit cards because I always have cash in the PayPal card that come invoicing on the notes. So that's a really good thing to use. When I first got started in real estate, I guess what? I got some bad advice. Use your credit cards to buy real estate with. Yeah. Guess what happens when somebody doesn't pay you 1 month or something like that? Right.
Yeah.
Thanks to my real estate business and gut sales, all my cards are zero balance, but I still have I have about 15, 20 cards, all different cards, American Express, all of them. I have all those cards.
Wow.
And they're all zero balance. And if I ever needed money, if you say you have the deal of a lifetime, you found a property, it's 100,000 under market, and you need 10, 15, 25, 50,000 fast. You can go to your secret little bank, but just make sure it's a really great deal and you can turn it over quickly. So you don't want to have $100,000 of debt on your credit cards, do you? At 18% interest. But in an emergency, if you needed cash fast, you have a bunch of cards, you can use those cash advances on there. It's just, you can use other people's money in so many different ways. I lease my car. Okay, my car payment is I think $1,100 a month. It's a business expense. Guess which card that goes on every month at $1,100?
Put it on there? I didn't even know you can put a car payment on there.
You can do it. You can do anything. You can do it. You can do it all automatically. You can do it. You can go in there. You can buy a card with a credit card. You can give them money down, and you can do whatever you want with the right dealership. It's a dealership choice.
Cool.
You can do a lot of different things. So what do you guys, who's got a tip on credit cards they want to share with us? Brian, you use a great card. You were talking to me about the American Express card. Not too long ago.
Yeah, I love the Amex Platinum card. Yeah, it gives you all sorts of travel benefits. It gives you, you instantly get Marriott Gold and you get Hilton Gold, and then you call them up and you request to do a challenge with Hilton or Marriott, and they'll give you a certain amount of days you need to stay within the next 90 days or so. And if you do it, they'll upgrade you to Diamond, which is their highest one. So that's how I got Diamond. And I don't travel enough like I travel, but I don't travel enough to get like anyone's highest level. So yeah, it's a lot of great travel benefits. They give you like $200, or they pay for your global entry. They give you $200 in hotel credits a year.
You get
What
through
else?
secure, didn't you tell me, you get through security fast too, or you got a free?
Yeah, they'll do global entry they'll pay for global entry every 5 years for $100. And yeah, you get TSA pre-check with that. And if you travel internationally, you must have it. It's an absolute.
Yeah.
You're through customs in like 3 minutes. So
Yeah.
You're
Yes.
kidding. What kind of card is that again?
it's called the MX Platinum. A couple other ones I think offer the global entry credit. I'm not sure which ones. But,
I've never
So-
heard of that. That's amazing.
yeah, it's a good card. So
Wow. Okay.
Jessica, you're a world traveler. You're going.
I am. Yeah, I'm going to be going to London in about 2 weeks, and then over to Belgrade as well. So, and then back to Huntsville, Alabama. I know I'm all over the map right now. All over the map.
Any travel tips or use of your credit cards when you travel a lot?
I mean,
Do you-
it's just convenience. I think for me, the best thing about credit cards is when you know, whether you have a large or a small expense, but especially with the larger ones, you can just put it right on your card. And the trick for me is always pay it off in full right away.
Yes.
And then I get my rewards with cash. I love cash.
Cash is
So
great.
They put a big bunch of money in my account every time I use my card, you know, and I accumulate points, and then I just cash them out. And so just have to make sure. And, you know, when the pandemic first started, I made some large purchases and I had them on my card. Even though I had to carry a balance for a few months, my cards kind of saved me from, you know, not being able to pay bills. So that was
Yeah.
another time that I did carry a balance, but it was worth it. And I actually worked out. Bank of America worked with me. They gave me only a 10% interest charge. Chase did not. So I favor Bank of America now because they helped me out in a hard time by giving me that low interest rate on my credit card, and they gave me a good limit as well. So
Did you ever, let me ask you a question. You're flying internationally. I've done this before
Yeah.
with KLM and, oh God, I think United. When you have an international flight, when you go to the airport, do you ever check if there's sometimes you can get great deals right then and there upgrading. If you just last minute upgrades, you go to them. If they have business or first class, and it's late in the flight before boarding, go if you have time.
okay.
You check with them and you see, and you can get an upgrade for a discounted price.
I think I'm going to do that because I've got quite a long flight to London, like about 14 hours with one stopover. So if I can get a seat where I can recline more, or even lie down, then I'm all over that one for a good night's sleep.
I'm going to sound like a real snob. I love first class international.
Yeah.
Okay. It costs a fortune.
Yes, it does.
It
Yes,
costs
it does.
But there's something about being on a KLM flight. You're sitting in this monster seat.
Yeah.
I remember when my daughter was a baby, they arranged for a cradle for her in first class. She was a baby.
Wow.
My wife and I had seat, and then, and she was sleeping, thank God. And they come down the aisle with the caviar and vodka cart and everything.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing. Great. First class on an international. One of these days, I'd like to fly Arab Emirates first class. I've heard amazing things about them.
Okay. I know. I was thinking. I requested what's the extra charge for business class when I'm flying to London.
Business is great.
They said it's an extra $2,000, and I thought, gosh, would I really pay $2,000 for a one good night's sleep? And I thought better of it. But if I can get a discount, I might do it.
The thing is, you check Depends on the airline. Sometimes
Yes, I think,
online. You ever use
okay,
United Airlines when you fly with them
yes,
and you book a regular seat? They keep sending you upgrade offers. And if you wait,
okay,
and if it's an empty flight towards the end, the offers get better actually.
okay, okay, that's good to know.
And
Yeah.
yeah, flying. I always get an aisle seat and always see if I can. I fly Southwest a lot.
Yeah.
And they're all the same. It's all the same size seat and everything like that. But
Yeah.
I do pay a little extra to get on first and get off first.
Okay,
You know, I like do you ever get on an airline and you're in the back by the bathroom? And
Yeah.
it takes another 40 minutes to get off the friggin' flight. I cannot stand that, you know, or you're getting on late on the flight and there's no luggage. I do carry on only. And when I get on a flight and there's no luggage room because you got on late.
yeah, yeah,
Good traveling is the absence of hassles.
yes, it's true.
You check in luggage. I never check in luggage.
I try not to. I'm gonna see if I can even do my international flight without luggage.
They
This
lose it
guy-
and stolen.
What's that?
I've had it lost and stolen. You know, I'm not a
Oh,
big
I
fan
know.
of it.
Well, one time, my boyfriend and I were traveling to Vancouver to see my sister where she lives, Vancouver, Canada, and it was late. He checked his hand luggage. You know how sometimes they make you leave your hand luggage,
Yeah.
like before you board the plane. So anyway, it's late. We land. He grabs his bag. We get home. We get settled into the house. We open up his bag and I say, "Whose nightie is this, Greg?" And he picked up the wrong bag.
Yeah.
I have the perfect travel bag for you
Yeah.
travelers. I got it, believe it or not, I got it at Costco. It's that square bag. It has the rollers, it has the retractable handle.
Yep.
And I use that with my old college backpack. My
Yes.
backpack has a jacket on,
Yeah.
jacket or sweater, my computer, my iPad, all my connections and everything. My luggage has just, underwear and extra clothing.
Yep.
You always forget something and
Yep.
you can always buy it. There's a Walmart everywhere, even in Switzerland. So there's got to be a
Yes.
Walmart, something
I'm
close
to
to
go with 2-day packs. I love it. I can just sling them on my shoulders and go.
the
Put 'em
luggage.
here, put them there.
Yeah, if you get the right piece of luggage, even if the overheads are filled, you
Yeah.
can put them under the seat. And then when you get off the plane, you just get off and you get right to your car or the limo
Yep.
or whatever. You don't screw the airport. You want to get in and get out,
Yeah.
Do you guys
Especially
remember?
right now with COVID.
Yeah.
Has
know,
anyone
they-
else traveled to London or abroad and to know how much of a hassle it is with COVID and with all the testing and everything?
Yeah.
Does anyone have any experience? Has anyone been
Um,
daring enough to step outside the United States?
I would just type in COVID UK and see
Oh,
what.
I know. I've been reading, but I just wondered if anyone had the experience they could.
I check the
No.
stats wherever I'm traveling to. I'm in Colorado right now in a little ski town. And
Mhm.
all of a sudden, the COVID, the Delta, or
Yeah.
what's the new one, Mu or something like that?
Oh no, not another one.
Yeah, they got a new
Yeah.
got a new variant, Mu or something like that,
Oh
right?
boy,
What has it
that'll
been?
never end.
It's 3 now. We got 2 variants and the COVID.
We have Delta, Delta Plus, and one called Mu, I think, MO or MU or something like that.
Oh my
But I'm in a
goodness.
little town here right now. We've got a little hospital, very modern, and we just had another death I'm in a county the size of Rhode Island that has less than 15,000 people. And,
Wow.
and we just had another death and we got nine people in the hospital, all unvaccinated,
Oh dear. Oh boy.
all unvaccinated and stuff like that. So you know what? I'd love to go. We got great little restaurants in this ski town. Claudia and I are, tonight's grilled cheese with bacon night, real kosher
Oh.
meat.
I was gonna say. Oh dear.
I go wherever we travel, we check the stats. I
Yeah.
see what's going on,
Yeah.
and I don't set myself up. Felipe, Felipe is like 32 years old. He's had his shots and everything, and he's still got Delta.
Oh wow. Oh
Still
good.
got and he gave it to his
Oh,
wife.
no.
And I don't, and he was quarantined, I think, for 2 weeks.
Oh, dear. Oh, boy. I know my mom is not well. That's why I've got to go no matter what.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's tough. I know it's tough right now. My sister flew from Canada to London and she ended up paying almost $500 for her and her husband for COVID testing
Oh.
to get through to London and then over to the Channel Islands. And that's somebody's cashing in.
Somebody's making money, right?
Yeah, somebody is.
Probably
I don't
at
know who,
35.
but-
Probably at the test cost 35 cents, but somebody found out they could charge 500, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
I see the ads in higher end places, by, we have a galleria here, a mall. It's called the Fountain. It's higher end, and there's an ad $240. They come to you. Save time,
Okay.
save hassle.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
Where are you located?
I'm just north of Sacramento, a place called Roseville. Yeah.
Okay. That's not a bad idea at all. Save the
talk-
hassle.
Let's talk about real estate. A little change of subject. Let's talk
Yeah.
about real estate here.
Yeah.
It's, how long? It's still exciting. It's still fun. It's still property inventory is low on property. Let's get the California report from Jessica here. What's going on in San Diego, my favorite city? And
I mean, San Diego's hotter than ever, with the real estate market. I don't see any real shifts yet. I don't see things softening up at all. And I mean, I haven't bought or sold anything for a little while. So, but when I sold, I sold this year and I did really well. And that was a good call. I'd been holding on to stuff for a long time and built up equity. So that was nice when you're in that position. It's tough if you're a buyer, and it's also tough if you're a renter right now.
yeah,
Really tough. So-
the eviction moratorium is ending this month, isn't it?
I believe that it is
Yeah.
at long last, unless I wonder if they'll reinstate it again. It's
Yeah.
very unfair on landlords.
Jessica, I think you belong to the same club I do, the SDCIA.
Yes, I do.
I know I've met you there.
Yes. Yes, we
We-
have.
I love that club. I have so much fun there.
And I think they're doing NSDREI and SDCIA are both doing live meetings this month.
They're back to live meetings at
Yeah, for the moment.
Fiesta Island at Quinvera.
Yeah.
What you see on the screen is actually the SDCIA. I don't think they'll mind. If not, I apologize. This is their stats they have a wonderful newsletter, some of these real estate clubs. And here are some of the stats for California. And as you know, I still believe as California goes, so goes the nation.
Mhm.
On that, you can see here that 700 last week there were 717 closed sales, but they're down 18%.
Down, you mean sales are down or prices down?
Sales are down per day.
Okay, interesting.
18%.
Yeah, people just don't want to sell, I guess. They're holding on.
Yeah, it's going on. I think there's some people saying, gee, it keeps going up. Why should I sell it, right?
Yeah,
We're hanging on.
well, that's true.
Closed sales last week, this is what realtors are saying, 31.4%, up 2.2% increase in realtor closed sales. Escrow down 1.9%. That's pretty minor. Actually, 33.5% entered escrow. But listed properties, this is a really astounding number, down 38%. Okay. Then it gets into what realtors think will happen. Let's look at that. Let's look at those little stats there.
I'm interested.
Yeah, what realtors think will happen. Realtors have their finger on the button, just like investors do. They 25.8% think sales will be up next week. That's an increase of 5.3%. They think sales will continue to increase. And we're getting into the fall months now. Summer is.
Really? Is this Lenska's report? Lenska?
It might California Association of Realtors is where it came from, but it was in the I want to give them due credit. The SDCIA has the most marvelous newsletter with some of the best articles and information. That's my club.
Yeah.
You've heard me speak there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I have
Definitely.
I have a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a great club.
Prices will be up. 25.8% think prices will be up. That's down, however, in that poll, 19%. Think listings will be up next week. 29% think it will be up, but that's also down 11%. So there's some cautious, there's some pessimism going on here right now. It's you're starting to see it's a little pessimism. It's a great article, by the way, in there on wholesaling real estate. Okay, this is by Alex Martinez. Really good article by him there. He talks a lot about wholesaling. To me is wonderful. I mean, I'm from the old fix and lease purchase crowd. I bought a property with all those credit cards I showed you guys. Work like hell, painting, cleaning the carpets, renting it out as fast as I can, trying to get a down payment or option money so I could pay back some of my credit cards, which are accumulating all that interest and everything like that. But getting wholesale to me is getting a property under a contract. I don't care if it's subject to, if it's a cash sale, it's a lease purchase. Can you get a contract? Can you get something signed and can you arbitrage it? That's the word I like to use rather than wholesaling. Can I sell it to another retail user, someone who wants to move in the house and use it? Or can I sell it to another investor who wants to do the repairs, wants to do the renting or the lease purchasing?
Okay.
So to me, that's, and you don't need a real estate license if you're very careful doing this.
Yeah.
You're only selling the contract. You're not selling the property. You're selling the rights embedded in the contract to another person. You got to be very careful.
Okay.
Because if we go to buyers and sellers and say, hey, I want to help you sell your property, and we don't have a license, what are we doing?
Breaking the law.
Yeah, we are. And you'll get a nasty letter from the Department of Real Estate, and you don't need that.
Okay.
You don't need that problem in your life.
No.
No, and so it's a great way to do real estate. Wholesaling can also be a segue to consulting in real estate. Someone comes to you with I talk to a lot of people, and there's a majority of the deals I hear, I don't want to touch. They're not my kind of deal. They're too far away. The numbers are awful. The location, the logistics are horrible. They're horrible. But when you have a situation where you don't want to touch the deal, can you segue? I don't know how to spell that. Who can spell segue? That's one. Is that SEQ or SEG? How does that? Ben, you're the smart guy. You're the smart guy.
I think it's SEG.
I think so too.
Yes.
I think so.
Siri, how do you spell segue?
Segue. SEGWAY.
No, that's
There
no,
you
that's
go.
that's
You are
the-
making it more difficult in your head than what really was. You were
So-
thinking of the French version, segue.
So I'm a seller with a property, and I call you up, Jessica, and you call me, or you see my ad, and we talk up. You call me as an investor, but you know in your heart and soul you don't want to touch this puppy.
Okay.
This is not your deal.
So I call you, but I don't want it? Is that-
Yeah, let's just pretend we had a conversation. I
Okay.
advertised a property. I'm on a 1 through 10 EQ, emotional quotient scale. I'm a healthy 8.
Okay.
I don't know what to do. The property's empty. I just got rid of a tenant who's been living for free for 14 months. I'm looking for a solution, and I have a lot of questions, and I need a lot of emotional support. What do you do with this guy? How do you monetize it?
So
So,
To go, wow, yeah, I'd love to sell you my property, but I guess you're not interested in it. Do you know anything about rent to own or something like that? Or what do you think I should do?
So I'm trying to sell you the property, you said?
No, you're an investor and you were calling me about a property and now you're going into consultant coach, you're
Okay.
going into consultant mode. Can you make money helping my insecure little homeowner investor a problem here with grandma's property?
Yeah, with like reassuring of steps to take to handle the,
Okay, monetize it. Let's go into
Yeah.
role play.
okay.
Jessica, can I ask you, do you know anything about lease purchasing or anything? I haven't got any income off this property. It's grandma's home. It's free and clear. What do you think I should do with it? Sell it, rent to own it? I hear all these different things. I'm so confused. I'm so nervous.
Well, it depends on what your priorities are, I guess, with,
Making money, not losing money. Can you help? What do you think I should do, Jessica?
you want to make quick money or do you want to have more of a stream of income?
Right now, I don't know. I need to get out of this. I'm in a leaky rowboat here. This thing has been, I haven't had any, I just got rid of the tenant. I haven't received any income on grandma's free and clear property for 14 months.
Okay.
And I'm so glad you called me. You must have seen my ad or something, but you said you're not interested. What would you do? You sound like a sharp young woman. What do you think I should do?
Well, it sounds like you maybe just want to sell it to the right buyer.
Oh, okay. Do you know, I'm in San Diego like you. Are you a realtor or can you recommend a realtor?
I can recommend a realtor, and also I'm pretty well connected as an investor. So I might be able to, connect you with somebody that would be interested in a property like that.
End in a question.
Pardon me?
You got to end in a question so you keep
And
continuity.
the question. Okay, help me out. I'm stuck.
Okay, Ben, I'll switch to you.
Okay.
Monetize, make some money by referral, consulting fee, list of my hey, I'm a great realtor. Let me help you with this. How do you monetize a situation with a motivated seller on a deal you don't want to touch?
Well, first, we'll try and pin down what's going to work. What, as a seller, where can we move them to? What's going to be best for both of us, real quick? Are they looking to sell it, or do they want an income from a rental? Once that's determined,
I don't know. I need help. I'm insecure. I'm a little cream puff here. A little marshmallow here.
You need guidance.
I need guidance. Help me. Don't you meet off the role play? Do you meet when you've met somebody who needs help?
Yeah,
You have
support.
that honest dialogue with that person.
Mhm.
And you monetize that and offer them help, advice, connections, networking. Can you monetize people in situations on deals that you don't want to touch? Why are we in business, ladies and gentlemen?
You mean by monetizing, maybe if you give them a referral of a real estate agent that that gives you like a finder's fee or
Something like that. Well, good. Say you got the deal with me. It's free and clear. I'm motivated. You're going to help me. And you're calling Ben Jasso, your favorite real estate agent. You've known Ben since high school. Call up Ben and make some money with Ben. Okay, call up Ben now.
Hey, Ben.
hey Jessica, how's it going?
Good. I've got this seller that's really motivated to sell, and it sounds like they just want to be, rid of this property, but it sounds like it has some potential. And I thought of you first of all, to see if you had an interest in picking it up. I guess I need all the details, don't I?
Now,
What are they looking to do, Jessica?
What's that?
What are they looking to do? They want to.
they
It
want you
sounds
to,
like they just want to sell it up and I think get a little lump of cash is what I'm thinking.
Okay, a little lump of cash.
kind of easy money is what I'm hearing from them. But they're looking for guidance as well. They're not sure what to do. They don't know whether to buy and hold or keep it and hold it and create income, cash flow, or whether to sell.
Mm-hmm.
The-
Sounds
the-
like we purchase. Gives everybody, some money right away and a little time to figure out, what they do want to do.
Ben,
And-
you're a realtor. She's calling you up with $1 million property. It's free and clear with an insecure, with a guy who's troubled, who hasn't got payments in 14 months. And Jessica's going to recommend you to him in network.
I
How
see.
does Jessica monetize this situation? $1 million property. What kind of
I
commission?
love referrals, Jessica. I'm gonna take care of you.
Okay.
What's good for you is good for me. What can we do?
You mean like, well, I can connect you with him, and then, if you give me a finder's fee,
Sure.
you can take care of him,
Okay.
and it's a win-win-win all
Ben's
around.
Ben's going to make 30 to 60,000 on this property.
Okay.
You know that ahead of time, 3 to 6%. He's going to list it. Maybe he'll sell it. What are you going to negotiate with Ben?
I don't know.
How much do you want to make from Ben?
Say for a referral fee. Well, that's something I really wouldn't know what number to choose.
Ben's going to make 30 to 60,000. Let's take a percentage. number.
Okay.
Okay. 10%, 20%.
Really, that much?
I don't know. Let's find out. Role play.
Just for a referral?
I don't know. Ben's coming from ground zero here. Ben,
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to give it to Ben. You have many other high school
Okay.
realtor friends.
Okay.
right?
Well, Ben, I mean, what do you think you could offer me for like a finder's fee percentage? What do you think is fair?
I like this question.
I came to you first because I thought it would be a great opportunity for you. And if we can work out the right price together, it's all yours.
All right. So it's looking like
Pardon me?
I'm thinking 1%.
1%. What's 1% of 60,000? I don't know. It's 6,000.
$600.
Oh, 600. Oh, that's no good.
1%. No, 1%. No, I'm not. No, seriously, 1%. 1% of purchase.
Well, I'm looking for a little bit more than that, to bring this opportunity to you without you having to go and search for it. So
Sure.
Or you
want
could
to
say
come
no.
up a little bit on there. What's that, Claude?
Who's got the power right now? Ben doesn't have the listing.
Yeah,
You have
I
the,
do.
you have
Yeah.
the connection. You have the power.
Right.
now.
Right.
Okay. You were very nice. You said, Ben, what do you think's fair and reasonable? He said it's something absurd, 1% of his
Yeah.
commission.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's absurd. So you're gonna say,
Right.
Ben, if you don't want to do business with me, it's okay to say no. I've got other people I could call.
Right.
I have a good connection with this person. They want to sell their home. They trust me because I'm consulting with them.
Right.
What do you
I'd
think?
like to make at least say $5,000, or I don't know, Claude, you'd have to give me 10,000. I mean, really just for a referral. This is where I don't have the experience.
Okay.
Off the role play for a
Well,
minute. I don't
what's
have,
up? Ask for
I'm
10,000.
primarily an investor and I do my own rentals and stuff as well. So I don't know what is fair to ask. So
You're giving a deal to Ben that he's going to make 30 to 60,000, 60 if he sells it, 30 if he lists it. Okay, let's assume it's a marketable property in a hot market. The least Ben will make is 30,000 gross, which he might, depending on if he's a broker or not, he might have to split it with his realtor, his
Right.
broker. Excuse me.
sure.
So right now you have a power position because he doesn't have the deal and you do
Right.
have the deal and the connection.
Sure. Okay.
And so he just offered you 1%,
Yeah.
which is
So-
literally $300 to $600. Very
Yeah.
little.
That's not going to work. So
So
yeah.
what do you say to Ben? And you use a little scarcity too. Take it away from him.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough for me to bring this opportunity to you because I do have other investors that I could, connect with. So if you can sweeten it up a little bit, I might be interested. Can you come up a little or a little bit more than that?
Pretty, I'm glad you asked. What do you have in mind? What's gonna work for you?
I'd like to make at least 5 or 6,000 or so, maybe a percentage on whatever you make on it to keep it
That's what I'm
really fair.
I'm not trying to insult you. That's what I'm thinking. The percentage of what I make.
Well, you
What do you
bet. Let's say negotiate a percentage of the commission. So if
Yes.
he's going to make a minimum of 30,000 gross, which he might have to split with a broker.
Sure.
At the least, he'll make 15 to 30,000 if he has a broker. If
Okay.
he has a broker's license, he's going to make 30 to 60,000. So you negotiate a percentage in this situation, which I would say would be 20% of his net commission. So if he made
20% of
60,
net. Okay.
I would say 20 would be fair. So if Ben's going to make 30,000, of which 15,000 goes to his broker and the other 15 goes to him, 50-50 split, let's say.
Okay.
And you negotiated 20% out of the $15,000, you're going to get $3,000.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good.
So you
Yeah,
can either do a flat fee or a percentage
Okay.
in a negotiation with Ben.
What do you recommend, Claude? A flat fee or percentage?
It depends on the situation,
Okay.
really. If Ben's a broker or not, if Ben's a top heavy hitter or not.
Okay. Sure.
And the bottom line is you can ask for more. You can ask for a flat fee. You could say, Ben, whatever you do, I'm gonna get $10,000. And then you can negotiate down from there. So if you ask for 10,000, this is a good role play. Ask Ben for 10,000. Ben goes, oh my God, that's so much money. And you negotiate, and you in your head, you really only want 5, but maybe you negotiate it down to 75 or something like that with Ben. This is the art and science of negotiation. You see, you can always go down, but you can't go back up.
Yeah. So Ben, in a lot of deals like this, I'd like somewhere around $10,000. I've got a lot of contacts and stuff, so I can usually ask for somewhere around there. I don't know how that feels for you. How does that fit the mold?
That sounds good. It's we're gonna have to, subject to our due diligence and inspection, the usual, but that seems fair. We've known each other a while. I know you're solid. You wouldn't bring me anything that you didn't like, right?
He's a sweetheart. He's a nice.
Yeah, he's giving me all the money.
He's a soft touch.
I know. But I think, Ben, you're supposed to negotiate me down a little bit.
Yeah, you're supposed to. Yeah, Ben.
You're like me. I'm a little bit too nice sometimes. It gets me in a lot of trouble. I'm having to learn to be tough. It's not easy.
Now you go to 10,000 from Ben. Ben doesn't want to pay 10,000.
No.
But so you negotiate.
All right.
Ben, that's so much money. Can you, oh, gee.
Yeah.
I'm looking at some other stuff.
No, you're not. You're a realtor looking for a listing. This is a free $1 million listing. Put in your lap, Ben. Ben?
Yeah. How about 7.5, Jessica? Today.
If we can do business quickly like this and we're, I would consider that. I think that's fair. I'm all about being fair. So, we met each other halfway, and I think that's a good point. I'll shake on that.
Great. I will have the paperwork over to you ASAP.
Ooh,
Excellent. Perfect.
I like paperwork. Why do we love things in writing when we negotiate like this?
Because, it's not what you say, it's what you write in real estate.
Man, smart woman. Exactly.
Yeah.
What happens in real estate when we do verbal contracts?
Flies away.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And there are misunderstandings as well. Even with two genuine people, You
Yeah,
know, it's not clearly communicated and, you know, you
Really?
immediately problems.
really good point, Jessica. Really great point.
I know, because I've been caught in that, even with written documents, sometimes there's misunderstandings.
Has anyone ever been in a situation, we negotiated, it's a honeymoon period, we weren't specific on the terms and we didn't
Right.
get it in writing? What
Yeah.
happens 30, 60, 90 days, a year later? What happens to, oh, I thought you said this, or I said
Right.
this? How many times I've been in that situation? It's not
Yes.
fun, is it?
Yeah, it happens. I've been in that situation as well, even with written documentation. Sometimes there can be some ambiguity. I did that once.
Yeah.
And so it was resolved without, you know, too many problems. But I realized that I hadn't written it clearly enough. And, you know, that was a learning curve for me
Yeah,
to make sure everything's written and very clear. And, you know, I mean, these leases, some of these leases are getting ridiculous because they're so long. But on the other hand, I guess that's why.
you know what? Nothing is better than having a rental property with good tenants on a long. I had tenants in a rent to own for oh my God, what was it? They stayed forever. It was 9 or 10 years.
Wow.
They kept renewing the lease every year, always paid on time. And then they bought the condo downstairs for me.
Oh, perfect. Where
So
was that?
they-
What part of
they-
the world was
That
that
was
in?
that was in Stanhope, New Jersey.
Okay.
I was making $100, $200 a month. And they paid off they were helping me pay the mortgage and the taxes and the homeowner fees and the insurance and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Someone else paying off your loan. And while the property is building up equity with appreciation.
That's
And
the way to
9
go.
years later, they do not exercise their lower purchase price and then they buy the other product. Do you think I minded this?
No.
The $25,000 property that I bought, I sold for $140,000 later.
Very good. Very
Yes.
good.
Because they did not exercise the option. And
Right.
that you love it when they walk away or don't exercise the option because you get all the benefit of the money they gave you towards your expenses and you get the appreciation and tax benefits too.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's the beauty of owning your own properties.
Right.
The best investment you'll ever make is I always thought I believe the best investment you'll ever make is your own home.
That's where I started.
A good
And it
home.
worked well for me.
Yeah.
And then I got an equity line and I went from there.
Yeah. A good home in a good neighborhood.
Yeah.
Over a period of 10, 15, 20 years, there is no stock, there is no annuity, there is no bond that'll ever pay you as much as a good property in a good neighborhood on a long-term basis.
It's very true. It's very true. I
Yeah.
agree. Yep.
Especially in certain markets. Have you guys heard what's going on in like Texas and Austin and stuff like that?
Yeah. It's
It's
also
amazing.
really,
They have no inventory. Properties go on the market.
yeah.
Bidding. California's probably still like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you kept up on Vegas and Henderson? I'm curious to know. I think there's the prices are rising, but I think there's more inventory there. But do you know anything about the Henderson area?
I don't know much about Henderson other than it's a suburb of Vegas. How far?
It's a booming area. It's growing very fast, and there's a lot more properties being built. The prices are rising,
Yep.
but there's something that's going on with the water supply. These are, you know, all different aspects that you have to think about. And I own a home there, and I'm just wondering, should I keep it? Should I sell it? You know, because I think Lake Mead its reserves of water are getting low.
Yeah.
So
You know what is going to be the gold of the future? Water.
water, I agree.
We
I
are
agree.
going to get, I'm going to make a prediction. I was listening to Bill Maher. I love Bill Maher.
Mm,
I always agree with him, but he's great. And he said, we're in the West, we have no water. It doesn't rain in the West other than the
yeah, I
North.
know.
And in the East, there's flooding. Why,
Yeah.
if we can do all this stuff, why can't we build a simple water line from the East, from Florida, which gets too much water,
Yeah,
Lake New Jersey. Why can't we build water lines going from east to west?
yeah,
Would that be a great technological? I'm not an engineer. But
yeah,
would that be a great technological thing to get more water from other parts of the country that have too much water?
yes.
Plans of doing from the Mississippi to California.
Yeah. Mississippi, remember a few years ago how low the Mississippi was? Very low though, remember?
Yeah,
They couldn't do the ferry boats on the Mississippi for a while there. It was so low. Was that 8, 9 years ago?
yeah. I agree with you, Claude, that water is going to be in more and more demand. But I don't know, like I know how to make money in real estate fairly well, but I don't really know how to make money in water. Maybe we'll do a talk on that. One
I like
of your
to talk
peers with
about things.
Claude.
I like to talk about things. I like to see cultural shifts. I like to see where money's flowing. I want where opportunities lie. Real estate is easy. Why?
Yes,
It's
because
like
everyone
food-
needs a place to live.
It's like food, water, and beer. Everybody
Yes.
needs.
It's a necessity. Shelter.
Okay, what's going to happen to the West Coast when water? I mean, you own a home in California, so do I.
Yes.
Tell everybody what your water bill is from the Otay Water Company in California. Okay,
Well, my water bill, I own a condo. I own condos, so I don't know. My water's included.
I've got a water bill. My wife does all the bills. I think it's $50-$60 a month. I don't even live there all year long.
Oh, wow.
But all the
Wow.
taxes and everything, water is so precious in California that you're
Yeah.
going to get this bill
Yeah.
every month. If
Yeah.
Claudia comes in here, I'll ask her. I think it's about $50-$60 a month. Most of it is taxes. Very little is water usage because they charge you minimal amounts for water because it's
Yeah.
water's going to turn into gold. It is
Yeah.
turning into gold in parts
Yeah.
of the country.
We have
Yeah.
I live in an apartment complex, and the way that each unit, each building, if you will, has 9 units, and the way that it was set up once upon a time, I imagine they built this in the late 70s. Everybody pays their portion of the overall unit's water bill. It doesn't matter if there are 2 of you or 5 of you living in an apartment. We all pay the same fraction, right?
Right.
Mhm.
So it's getting tense, and they just came through here rapidly and replaced all the toilets with water conservation toilets and aerators and heads, and they did it with military precision.
Think about this, Ben and Jessica. We can go 2 miles down into the gravel, into the dirt, and we have the technology to pull out oil, shale oil.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we can't build a damn big pipeline from one place to the other, and somebody's going to think of this idea. Watch it. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ben.
Salinization for the coastal areas, you know.
Israel and Saudi Arabia
That's
have been
right.
drawing water from the ocean for years. Oh, Carlsbad desalination plant.
Yeah.
Carlsbad, California has $1 billion desalination plant, and it works very well, from my understanding. Smells like hell when you run past it, though. Really.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love Carlsbad. Beautiful area, Southern California
Yeah.
town. Very expensive. And they have one of these plants there. They're drawing, and I don't know what. I wish somebody was on here from Carlsbad. I wonder if their water is cheaper. That's a state kind of
Yeah.
on it. We had some. Go ahead.
They're
Oh, no, I have a friend that lives in Carlsbad. I'll have to ask him what his water bill is every month.
I think you're probably familiar with this. What the cities will do is they will demand that you do all of the water conservation upgrades and certify before they issue a building permit for a freaking toilet.
Yeah.
So once with a couple $100 for a permit, you're looking at $5-6 grand to make a move.
Wow.
Everybody's worried about solar and electric right now. I think water is
Yeah.
the next
I think so too.
For sure.
thing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have some.
I know in Henderson for a 3-bedroom house, I pay about $35 a month for water. So, and that's, got several other people living in it. So
A lot of money.
that's not as expensive as California, but but it's still, it's fairly pricey just for water.
And we're seeing environmental changes right now. I'm not going to get into
Yeah.
that political discussion, but it's been a damn hot summer.
It's so hot. I know.
Vegas, you were talking about Vegas. I think Vegas had 30 days in a row of 100-degree weather.
Well, no, I mean, when I was there last week, because I was there for some work stuff, and it was, at times it was 108, 109 degrees. I drove through Death Valley, it was 110 degrees. It's hot.
You seen the footage of Tahoe, Lake Tahoe?
No.
It looks like, you know, the apocalypse. We're just downwind. of Lake.
Is it drying up there?
It's dry, it's sooty as you know what. You can,
Oh,
everybody,
no.
you leave, I
I
left,
know. What are we gonna do?
I had a quick lunch. I left a piece of fruit out. I finished half, left half, went to eat. It tastes like it was smoked.
Oh,
Scary-
wow.
scariest moment we've ever had. Driving
Yeah.
through the Mojave, Death Valley, and that little indicator on the car, the heat, the engine,
Oh,
it was going into the red area on a new car. I
wow.
lease my cars every 2 years, sometimes 3. Okay, and it was going to the red, and I'm saying, oh my God, if this car breaks down in the desert and it's 118, it was.
Wow. You're in
And so I
trouble.
shut off the air conditioner, did all the windows down,
Yeah.
did not take it over 80 miles an hour, which in California is a sin, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And,
the very
in-
minute.
In Vegas, they're doing something interesting. They're using gray water. They're doing a gray water project,
Yeah,
which just means, you know, the water from your bathtub and your laundry, and they're using it to hydrate golf courses and plants, and, you know, so that Vegas is doing some interesting stuff. They put a lot of planning into building that out. It seems like they're not just, London is just haphazard. London is so old that they build another street and another road, and there's not really much kind of organization. But it seems like Vegas, somebody's thinking it through better. So we'll see how it fares, though, because they got some challenges because of the heat.
Yeah, but Vegas is, I mean, people love Vegas.
Yeah, they do.
It's a great tourist town, great convention town. People are moving there.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Henderson and
You guys-
Summerlin are where the locals are going.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember just a few years ago, you could get a home in Vegas under $100,000. I mean, it
Yeah.
wasn't long
absolutely.
ago.
Absolutely. Nobody,
I bought my little house. It was going back quite a few years ago, but like 8 years ago, but I bought it for only 140,000.
Yeah.
It was a short sale, but now it's worth about 350.
Yeah. Where could you make money like that? Oh, there he's got his Vegas book.
this is our local realtor magazine, Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, listen, guys, I have to go.
Yeah. It's,
Tonight is grilled cheese and bacon night.
oh, you.
Cheese and bacon.
Oh, Grilled cheese and bacon sandwich. Claudia and my wife, Claudia, we have one important discussion every day. It's very serious. Honey, what are we going to do for dinner tonight? Because I only eat one meal a day. Okay.
Nice. Well, that sounds
she
amazing.
she said, grilled cheese with bacon sounds really good. And I said, you had me at grilled. You know?
You had me at bacon, right?
So
If you're my
Oh,
boyfriend, you had me at bacon. That's what he'd say.
Adventurous.
I even get him. I get
a
him
little mayonnaise.
bacon. Sorry, what's that?
So if you ever feel adventurous, do a little mayonnaise when you instead of lathering
Oh.
your butter on the outside, grill it with a little mayo. Delicious.
Oh man, that sounds good.
Cholula.
Ah,
A little.
My boyfriend asked me for this bacon flavored lip balm. But when I get it through that little store at Death Valley, anything with
Not
bacon he
good.
loves. Even bacon soda.
right.
I got him I'm not talking about baking soda that you make cakes with. It's called bacon soda. And it's a soda with the flavor of bacon.
Yeah, I had a bacon bits on an ice cream sundae once.
Oh, those are so good.
Bacon and ice cream. You're a cruel man. Oh, that
Oh, there you go. Little bits of bacon in it. That sounds good.
Bacon bit maple syrup on a great vanilla ice cream.
Oh my gosh,
sounds.
delicious.
Oh, I have to
Delicious.
go, kids.
Bye-bye.
All right.
wonderful-
Have a great
Have
night,
a wonderful
everybody.
weekend.
Take
All right.
care.
Take care.
We'll meet in person
Thanks for
eventually.
joining us.
Yes,
See you all in
Bye-bye.
Hawaii, right?
you well. Bye-bye.
Yes.